Hi everyone! In this lesson, I'll be completing the discussion of compound and complex sentences. In this lesson, we will answer the question of the homework, discuss the following pages from the booklet. Let's start with the homework. State which of the following sentences are compound and which are complex. Now, before starting with the sentences, let me ask you this question. What makes a sentence complex and what makes it compound? Think about the answer. Now, a compound sentence. A compound sentence is a sentence which is made up of two independent clauses joined with 7 coordinating conjunctions: for, and, nor, or, yet, so. These are the 7 fanboys. Did you remember them? Another question. What is the independent clause? It is a clause that can stand alone with a complete thought. Now, a complex sentence. It's a sentence which is made up of two clauses. One is a dependent and the other one is an independent. And these clauses are joined with subordinating conjunctions like before, after, although, so that, as long as, because of. So that was just a quick revision to the previous lesson. Let's start now. The house was destroyed in the fire, but the whole family was saved. How many clauses do I have here? I have 2 clauses, right? Look at the first one. The house was destroyed in the fire. Can this clause stand alone? Does it have a complete thought? Yes. So it's an independent. The whole family was saved. Of course, this is another independent clause. So I have 2 independent clauses joined with a fanboy. So it's a compound sentence. The second one. While he was walking through the wood, he saw a fox that was following him. I am showing you how to think about the answer. Let's start. While. This is what? What is this? This is a subordinating conjunction, right? Let's examine the clauses here, the 2 clauses. I wrote them in different colors. While he was walking through the wood. This clause can't stand alone. So it's a dependent one. He saw a fox that was following him. This is an independent one. So the sentence would be complex. If I don't get this job, I will start a business. 2 clauses. I have 2 clauses here. If I don't get this job. If this is what? What is this? A subordinating conjunction. And this is a dependent clause. I will start a business. This is an independent. So the sentence would be complex. Number 5. The men who rule the world with their pens are mightier than those who rule the world with their swords. A nice sentence, right? Let's think about the answer. The men are mightier. This is an independent clause. Who rule the world with their pens? Who? a subordinating conjunction, and this is the first dependent clause. Who rule the world with their swords. This is the second dependent clause. So two dependent clauses with only one independent clause. What do you think? Of course, the sentence would be complex. The evil that men do lives after them. A meaningful sentence. The evil lives after them, or after the men, you can say. That men do, yeah. So the evil lives after the men, you can say. This is what? An independent clause. And the one which is in the middle here, a dependent one. So the sentence would be, of course, complex. The last one. All that glitters is not gold. All is not gold that glitters. Two clauses, right? One is an independent. All is not gold. By the way, I choose purple to refer to the independent clauses and the pink to indicate the dependent ones. All is not gold. This is an independent that glitters dependent. Of course, the sentence would be complex. Neither the color nor the design of this cloth appeals to me. Have you noticed the fanboy here? Nor, with two independent clauses. So the sentence would be compound. That was our homework. Now, kindly open your booklet on page 31 to start the discussion. Read the following sentences and discuss with your teacher. Now let's identify the parts of these sentences. Number 1. I love oranges. I is the subject here. Love is the verb. I have only one subject, only one verb, and the sentence expresses only one complete thought. So I have a simple sentence. 2. I love oranges, but you love apples. The first clause is an independent, right? You love apples. The second one is an independent as well. Two independent clauses with a coordinating conjunction. So I have a compound sentence. The third one, or number 3. They felt happy and satisfied. They is the subject, felt is the verb, happy and satisfied. This is the complement. The sentence expresses one complete thought, so it's a simple sentence. Kindly pay attention that and here is not a coordinating conjunction. So it's not a compound sentence. It is a simple sentence. Number 4. I kicked the ball and it hit Tom. Two independent clauses with a coordinating conjunction. So it is a compound sentence. Which sentences are simple? As I discussed with you, number 1 and 3. Which sentences are compound? The second and the fourth one. How are compound sentences connected? They are connected with coordinating conjunctions. Fanboys, yes. What are the connectors but and called? They are called coordinating conjunctions. Underline the clauses in the compound sentences. Here I have underlined them. Does each clause in a compound sentence give a meaning by itself? If the clause can stand alone, so of course it's going to express a complete thought and a complete meaning. What does this clause called? It's called an independent clause. Here we have a conclusion. Kindly read this conclusion carefully with using your pen in order to highlight the important notes. Let's start with this. Read the following sentences and discuss with your teacher. The first one, because I was hungry, I ate 7 pancakes. Second one, whenever I overeat, I get stomachache. Because and whenever are two subordinating conjunctions. Look at the first clause. It is a dependent clause, and here as well. So the first clauses in the two examples are dependent ones. Let's move here. I ate 7 pancakes, I get stomachache. I have two independent clauses, so the sentences here are complex because I have dependent clauses with independent clauses. How many clauses are there in each? How many clauses are there in each of the above sentences? There are 2 clauses. What are they called? Let's do it together. Dependent and independent. How are they connected? They are connected with subordinating What are the connectors? Because whenever called, they are called the same answer, yes. They are called subordinating conjunctions. Does the subordinate clause, the dependent clause, give meaning by itself? No, it doesn't. No, it does not. Yes, because it can't stand alone. Here I have another conclusion. Kindly read it carefully with focusing on the important things. Let's start with this. Choose the correct answers. Which of the following is a compound sentence? A compound sentence. So I'm going to look for the independent clauses which are joined with a fanboy. They studied really hard and passed the exam. What do you think? And is not a fanboy here. John failed the test because he didn't study. No, I knew the test would be hard, so I planned to study well. This is the answer. This is the answer. So the correct answer is C, because I have two independent clauses with a coordinating conjunction. Which of the following has a subordinating conjunction? He was sick and went to hospital? No. Although he was sick, he went to work? Yes, this is the answer. B is the correct answer. Because although, here is the subordinating, let me make it in red. Although is the subordinating conjunction. Which of the following is a simple sentence? So I want a sentence with a subject, a verb, and a complete thought. Paul and Mary played tennis. Yes, I have only one complete idea here, right? Let's see the other choices. Paul and Mary played tennis, but of course this is not a simple sentence because I have but here. Because Paul and Mary played tennis, John went home. I have a complex sentence here. So of course A is the correct answer. Did you notice that here in this answer, I mean the correct one, Paul and Mary played tennis, I have a compound subject? Paul and Mary. The dependent clause in this complex sentence is when I go swimming, I keep my eyes closed underwater. What do you think? Where is the dependent clause? The dependent clause is the one which comes with the subordinating conjunction. So here is the dependent clause. Let me choose the correct answer. Here is the correct answer. B is the correct answer. When I go swimming. Yes. Number 5. A compound sentence has dependent clause, coordinating conjunction, independent clause, no. Independent clause, subordinating conjunction, independent clause. What do you think? Subordinating conjunction? No. Independent clause, coordinating conjunction, or a fanboy? Independent clause, yes, of course. So C is the correct answer. Let's move to the last one. Which of the following is a complex sentence? As she was unable to swim, Linda didn't want to go to the pool party. Complex, so I want two clauses, one dependent and the other is independent. Yes, A is the correct one, but let's look at B and C. The prayer mantis is long and looks like a leaf. No. A scorpion is a scary insect. No, this is a simple one. So A is the correct one. Underline the coordinating or subordinating conjunctions in the following sentences and write their type. So when I say coordinating, I mean the 7 fan boys. So keep this in your mind. While I was walking, I met Ali. I have while here. I have while. So while is a subordinating conjunction. She laughed and we danced. And right? And is a coordinating conjunction. Let's move to 3. Mom cleaned the house so that she could rest the next day. Mom cleaned the house so that she could rest the next day. So that, and it's subordinating, right? They were kicked out of class because they misbehaved. And it is what? Subordinating. No, in blue. Yes. Number 5, as soon as the girl appeared on stage, the audience cheered. As soon as, and it's subordinating. My dad didn't admire going late to work, but on some days he had to reach office late. What do you think? My dad didn't admire going late to work, but and it's what? What is it? It is coordinating conjunction. Underline the dependent clause in the following complex sentences. So, the dependent clause is the clause which has subordinating conjunction. Although Dini had some doubts, she found the courses very useful. This is the dependent clause. When the food arrived, the children ate everything. The president chose people who would help him make good decisions. Yes. Here is the dependent clause. It starts with who. After I came, I made dinner. After I came, because this clause starts with after. Underline the independent clause in the following complex sentences. So, I just want to underline the clause which can stand alone. We visited the museum before it closed. We visited the museum. This is the independent one. Let's underline it. As soon as they arrived, he opened the door. Yes, he opened the door. While she was writing her essay, she fell off the chair. She fell off the chair. This is the independent one. Before we went shopping, we had called our friends. We had called our friends. Read the following paragraph and find the following: one simple sentence, one compound sentence, one complex sentence. Maria always leaves her keys on the kitchen counter, while David always leaves his keys in his room. I leave my keys in my purse. It's important to leave your keys in one place, because if you're always losing them, you end up wasting so much time. Put your keys in the same place every day and you'll save yourself a lot of hassle. One simple sentence, a sentence with a subject, a verb, a complete thought. What is it? With the blue color. One compound sentence. Let me find the sentence with a fanboy. One place, because if you're always losing them, you end up wasting so much time. Put your keys in the same place every day, and here is the compound sentence. The complex one, actually I have two complex sentences here. This is the first one. And this is the second one. So the blue one is a simple sentence. The green one is a compound sentence, and the two pink sentences here are complex. And finally, here we have an individual work. It's a homework. Write your own sentences, two of each type: simple, compound, and complex. And that's it. Thank you for watching.